morning, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. I'm just a few months away from my 2026 Appalachian Trail adventure, and I'm kind of dialing in my gear right now. And I wanted to do a little equipment video, share it with you, and you can let me know your thoughts, see if I'm missing anything. It seems like every time I gather up my stuff and put it in my pack or try to do a video like this, I am missing something. So if you see anything or have any ideas or suggestions, let me know. So I will take you through. We'll start with the big stuff, and then I'll go with clothing and some of the mini supplies that I'm taking along the way. All right, so I'm in my garage, so I might be echoing a little bit, but that's okay. I tried this a couple of different times from different angles, and I think it works best to just be seated here at one angle and just kind of walk you through everything, zoom in when I need to zoom in. So that there is my backpack. That is the Durston Kakwa 55. You can see I did some slight modifications there on the sides with some bright green shock cord, which it just works better for me. When I was putting things in and out of the pockets, I just felt like that shock cord would help me keep things in there a little bit better. Plus, throws a little color on the pack, which, you know, it's with the gray pack and the black mesh, little pop of color can't hurt. All right, moving right along to my sleep system here. I have my Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt. It's a 20-degree quilt. I've used it quite a bit already and I love it. It doesn't have the zipped up toe box, so everything can just kind of fold out and be like a blanket as well, which is great for me. I'm kind of an all over the place sleeper, so that works for me. We have a Thermarest pad here along with my Flextail pump that I use. It's an extra long, extra wide pad. It has a great R value. Again, I've used it a couple of times. No complaints at all. It's a little noisy when you roll around, but that's about it. Over here, I have my X-Dome 1 Plus tent and the stakes and the framework and everything. And I can't say enough about Durston as a company and the X-Dome 1 Plus tent. I really do love it. It's comfortable. It's just the right size, easy to set up, super light. Couldn't be happier with that. So let's move on to outerwear. I'll start with my rain gear, which is in the back here. That is my Patagonia Torrent Shell rain jacket. I love it. It's a little heavy. It's definitely perfect for the colder days. Once it gets hot in the summer, I might just go with a emergency poncho. We'll see how it goes, but I'll probably keep that raincoat the entire time. I do have some rain pants. Don't know if I'm ever going to use those. I also have rain mitts that go over top of my gloves. Again, we'll just have to wait and see if I use those things. If not, I'll send them back with my wife. My puffy is a Patagonia puffy, and that's my everyday jacket. I wear it all the time, and it is fantastic. Going back over here, I do have my fanny pack, which is a hyperlight fanny pack, my bug net for my head, sunglasses, and let's go over to here. This is a company that I just found not too long ago, Sam Bob. That's my microgrid hoodie, and what a great company and great products, and I do love the microgrid. I think that's going to be my go-to when it's a little cooler. I think I will also be sleeping in that when it's a little cooler. And then when it gets a little warmer, I went with the Sam Bob Alpha Fleece 90, which I love as well. And it's super breathable and really light. And the only thing I will say about it is it's brand new right now. I've only worn it a couple of times, but it sheds big time. So hopefully it stops doing that. But again, great products. Over here, I have my Paca long johns. Those are pretty much my sleep pants. I don't know how often I'll be using those. And again, that's something I might send back. These are my, let's see, Under Armour leggings. They're summer leggings. So if I get a little chilly, my legs usually don't get cold, but if I do get a little chilly, I will wear those underneath my shorts. Speaking of my shorts, these are my Viore shorts. I'm taking 2 pairs of those with me. I think they're the core shorts. They're unlined. And again, I can't say enough about them. Quick drying, great. This is my Appalachian Trail buff. Over here, my shirt selection, I have just some Smart Wool t-shirts. I'm probably just going to take one. I have 2 there right now because I fell in love with my Ridge Merino pullover hoodie. It's a performance hoodie. I might take 2 of those. I like it so much. And again, I can always send some stuff home if I need to. That might be a little overkill on the clothing, but I don't think so. And let's see, we got my Paca beanie, Smart Wool gloves. I have my Papa Bear hat for Papa Bear blazes. And my shoes, I have my Topos. Love my Topos. Those are the Mountain Racer 4s. And on my feet, underneath those shoes, I will be wearing my Darn Tough socks. I have 3 pairs, 2 pairs for hiking and 1 pair for sleep socks. Cook system. I have the Jetboil Flash, which I love. I'm only going to be boiling water to cook dinners anyway. And that does the job, and it does it really fast. So love the Jetboil. I also have a spork, long-handled spork, my collapsible Sea to Summit mug for coffee, my lighter with a little Luco tape wrapped around it. I have my Bighorn mountain food bag that is great for when you pour that boiling water into a Ziploc bag or whatever. You put that right in that little lightweight pouch right there, and it keeps it nice and warm so you don't burn your hands. I have my Ketadine bee-free water filter, and this is a newer addition right here. This is my Atotech Bear Vault. It's waterproof, it's rodent resistant, it's bear resistant, and it can do a traditional bear hang if you want to put your bag up in a tree. It can also wrap around the tree and cinch up like an Ursack. So I'm really happy with this. It took me a while to break it in, but once it breaks in, it's nice and soft, and it's just a great piece of equipment. I'm not sure if I mentioned my Sea to Summit pillow. I do love my Sea to Summit pillow. It's cozy, kind of like if you don't inflate it all the way, it's nice and soft like a pillow at home. All right, getting over into some of this equipment. Right here, because I'm an older fella, I have a couple of things to sit on. I made a little sit pad there. The other thing, the gray thing underneath, is a super lightweight, thin mat that can act as a sit pad. It can be a doormat. It can be a yoga pad. And that's by Gossamer Gear. Hardly weighs anything. And then the thing that does weigh a little something, that is my chair by Big Agnes. But at 58 years old, there is nothing better than when you get to camp than setting up that chair and having a seat or sitting down to try to put your shoes and socks on and things like that. So it's worth the wait, I think, anyway. As far as my little bags are concerned here, I have my toiletry kit. That is going to be nail clippers, a toothbrush, deodorant, some soap. I'll probably carry that soap in a smaller container. Some dental floss, toothpaste, and those are my earplugs. My electronics kit is right here. I also included my Garmin InReach Mini, as well as my Anchor plug and my Anchor power bank and all the cables that go with. This here's my poop kit, pretty self-explanatory. I got my trowel, the deuce of spades, a little duct tape wrapped around the handle just in case I need that for any repairs. I do have those little wet towels that they're like the size of a lifesaver, and you add water to them and they expand. Those things are awesome. They're great at like the end of the day just to kind of wipe yourself down. And they're reusable. So they're really strong material. I love those things. Some TP. Also, my BioLite headlamp, I forgot to mention that with my electronics. In my first aid kit over there, I have just my Swiss Army knife, a little mini Swiss Army knife, some Band-Aids. I brought a couple extra guy lines with me just in case, but I don't think I'm going to be needing those. Some Body Glide with some Leuko tape wrapped around it. The Aqua Tabs, just in case I need to purify any water. If something should happen to my filter, you always want to have a backup plan, so that's my plan B. I'm not taking my smartwatch with me on this trip, so I'm just taking a Timex Ironman watch. Those are my Shock headphones, which I do love. Those were definitely worth the money. And since I did all of my training on a golf course, and I walked around for miles and miles and miles, finding golf balls, hundreds and hundreds of golf balls, I am taking a golf ball along with me on this trip. It's just a good luck golf ball, probably a ridiculous thing to carry because of the weight, but you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. So that is my gear. Again, let me know your thoughts. If I missed anything, if you can think of anything that I could add. I probably didn't mention these right here. Those are my smart water bottles. My insect repellent, I like Proven. I also mix a little essential oils in there to keep the bugs away. It's my own little concoction and I think it works pretty well. We'll see if it works on the Appalachian Trail. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this all packed up and show you what it looks like. I weighed in, I think last time I weighed it, it was about 18 pounds. So base weight without water and without food, about 18 pounds, fully loaded down, probably about 28 pounds. All right, here we go. Fully packed, everything back in the bag. You can see Crocs on the outside, chair up top, trekking poles, rain gear and some supplies in the back netting. Water bottles, obviously fanny pack, that's how I carry my bug spray. And then my water filter over on this side, another bottle. Again, I'll only fill up one bottle at a time, but there you go. That's my setup. That is my kit. So again, let me know if I missed anything, and we'll see you out on the trail.